I still keep the 911 tape from Hollow Creek. Not the copy the department filed. The one I was never supposed to keep. 22 seconds. A boy's breathing. Fast, uneven, like he's running but never moving. Then a whisper. He's wearing my dad's face. A sudden impact. Something falling. And then a woman crying somewhere behind the line. Not loud, not close. Just there. Right before the audio cuts, there's a second sound I didn't notice the first time. Footsteps. Slow. Above the caller. Dispatch traced the call to Ren Hill, to an abandoned farmhouse that officially hadn't had a working landline since 1998. Dead infrastructure. Live transmission. That's where I should have stopped treating it like a missing person case. But I didn't. My name is Detective William Ward, Hollow Creek County, and what I'm about to tell you is pulled from case files, recordings, and things no one ever signed off on explaining. Officially, the case ended with an arrest. Unofficially, that's where it started making less sense. It began with Juno Park, 19 years old, worked closing shifts at a diner off Orchard Road, the kind of place where nothing ever changes except who's tired that night. On October 24th, she didn't clock out. She didn't call anyone. She just disappeared between one coffee refill and the next customer's order. No struggle, no alarm. No one even noticed immediately. That's the part that always stays with me. Because people think disappearances are loud. Most aren't. Most are quiet enough that reality doesn't interrupt itself. We found her car 40 minutes later, parked near Orchard Road, engine cold, doors closed, no damage. But something was wrong in a way you don't photograph well. The driver's seat was pushed too far back. Juno couldn't have reached the pedals comfortably, which means whoever last drove it wasn't her, or she didn't drive it alone. By midnight, one location kept resurfacing in witness statements. Not officially. In rumors. In hesitation. The Veric farmhouse on Ren Hill. Abandoned after a fire in the late 90s. Locals didn't describe it as haunted. They described it as remembering people. Like it didn't forget who entered. Only what they left behind. At 2:17 a.m., dispatch replayed the 911 call. That's when I caught something new. A third voice. Very faint. Not part of the panic. Not part of the crying. Just a calm statement under everything else. Keep her near the structure. 3 seconds later, the line died. No record of that voice existed in the official transcript. Only on playback. We reached Ren Hill before 3 a.m. The farmhouse didn't look abandoned. It looked paused. Windows boarded, but not randomly, symmetrically. Like someone had closed it on purpose. One upstairs window still showed light, soft yellow. No generator, no visible source. Just illumination behind sealed wood. Inside, the air smelled wrong immediately. Not decay, not mold. Kerosene. Fresh. Recent. Used. The kitchen was arranged like someone expected inspection. Clean surfaces where dust should have been uniform. A chair perfectly aligned. A landline phone sitting on the counter. Cord cut. But still warm, which is not possible in a place that's supposed to be dead. Upstairs, we found a bedroom sealed with a new lock. That detail matters more than people think. Old house, new restraint. Someone maintaining control over decay. We breached it. Inside was Juno's apron. Folded, not thrown, placed. Like evidence staged after rehearsal. Then the house changed behavior. That's the only way I can describe it. A sound came from above us. Not loud. Measured. 3 steps. Pause. 3 steps. Like pacing. Deputy Hale froze before anyone gave an order, because there was no accessible room above that hallway. Only attic space we hadn't cleared yet. The attic ladder dropped. Dust fell like something reacting. We went up, empty space. No person, no movement, just candles, dozens of them, arranged in geometric circles across the floor. All new, none lit. Waiting, not abandoned, prepared. Then Hale found the cassette recorder, already running. We didn't press play immediately. We didn't have to. It was already speaking. Juno's voice. Weak, contained, alive. Then another sound under her. A man breathing close to the microphone, not speaking to her, speaking through her fear. Good. She's responding correctly. That sentence changed the case. Because it wasn't improvisation. It was instruction. We followed the sound below the house. Behind a collapsed section of flooring, there was a sealed passage. Not a tunnel built recently. An old drainage route repurposed, modified, maintained. Inside it, we found evidence of repetition. Not one victim, not one event, but structure. Masks built from photographs stretched over frames, not for disguise, for replacement. Then movement. Fast. Not above us this time. Ahead. Deputy Collins called out, and the tunnel answered with fire. Not metaphorically, literally. Ignition across kerosene lines already laid into the walls. Someone had mapped the space in advance. We weren't entering a house. We were entering a system. He appeared at the edge of the firelight. Eli Crane. But he wasn't running like someone caught. He was moving like someone continuing a sequence. Like interruption was expected. Not failure. He didn't attack. He spoke one sentence while stepping backward into smoke. "She's not the first one you're late for." Then he disappeared into the tunnel collapse. We recovered Juno alive, barely conscious, but alive. Crane was captured hours later in the orchard, watching the farmhouse burn like it belonged to him. He didn't resist. That's important, because resistance implies surprise. He wasn't surprised. He was finished. At interrogation, Crane didn't deny anything. He just kept returning to one phrase. "The upstairs man showed me what to do." He described someone who never entered rooms directly, only influenced them. Like presence without location, which we assumed was delusion, until evidence started contradicting him. Forensics found earlier remains beneath the structure, predating Crane by years, meaning someone had used that house long before him. Not to hide, to practice. That's the word that kept coming up. Practice. Then came the final inconsistency. A prepaid card used to route the original 911 call. CCTV from the purchase location showed a man. Not Crane. Not anyone in our files. Just someone who moved like he already knew what the footage would be used for. And when we showed Crane the image, for the first time, he stopped talking and said only, he didn't leave. Officially, the case closed. Unresolved background, single perpetrator conviction, paper certainty. But I still have the tape. And sometimes when I listen closely, not the panic, not the crying, not even the footsteps, I hear something new. A voice that was never logged in any version of the recording. Calm, close. Speaking directly into the line. Don't close it yet. And that's when I understood something simple. Some cases aren't investigations, they're interruptions. And some interruptions don't end when you stop listening. This is Last Trace. And not everything that disappears